Guys, this is Akin Fabar, and welcome to the Great Shield Investing. Today is November 12th, 2018, and I'm really excited to be here with you again this evening to share some insight in some of the great opportunities that is out in the crypto market right now. So tonight, I'm going to be sharing some information on some of the past trades that I made in the stock market. And I want to compare that to the opportunities in the crypto market right now. Just show you some of the stocks that I invested in 2016 and see how the investment yielded profit in 2 years. This is 2018. So I'm going to show you some of the stocks that I picked and I called out and see the potential that anyone can make in the stock market, the profit, the opportunities in making profit in the stock market by investing in some, great stocks and having the patience. Patience is very key when you're investing in the stock market. And the same attitude also is applicable in the crypto market as well. You have to be very careful with where you invest your money in, do your research, and once you're very comfortable with the investment choice that you made, the next thing to follow is to have patience. Patience is key in anything you do in life. Uh, be it in the investment, be it in some form of business you're doing, you have to have patience for your investment, your business to grow. So the same attitude is very applicable in the crypto market as well. So we're going to take a look at, the similarities of investing in stocks and having the patience to watch your portfolio grow over a certain period of time. And in this case, 2 years. I picked some stocks in 2016, and then we'll see how they perform over 2 years and see the returns in 2018. And then we'll look at uh, some digital assets, specifically XRP. And as always, I'm an XRP evangelist. I believe in XRP. I believe in what they're doing, and I believe in the applicability of XRP and the useful case of XRP in the real world. And that's why I'm invested in XRP. There is Bitcoin, there is Ethereum, there is Bitcoin Cash, and there are over 2,000 digital assets out there. And I'll show you on CoinMarketCap.com. I'll show you the top 10 and the top 100. So let's jump into this. Just a disclaimer before we go deep into what I'm going to share with you guys today. I'm not an investment advisor. So don't take whatever I say as an investment advice. This is for entertainment purposes. This is educational. It helps me to learn and helps me to grow. And I'm only sharing this video to educate some folks out there as well. It's entertainment, informational, and educational videos. So you need to do your own research, educate yourself, and be comfortable with wherever you want to invest your money in. Do your research. That's a very key component to get it into any market. So let's go. As always, this is going to be an exciting time. So basically today, I just want to show you um, what patience can actually bring to your portfolio over time. It's always very key to have patience in any market, stock market, crypto market. So we're going to look at four different slides here. And the first two slides will show you some some stocks that I invested in 2016. So you can see here, stocks. So in 2016, when Square, I don't know if you're not familiar with Square. Square is a fintech company. I'm sure some of you at the retail store, at any convenience store, you might have seen the white tablet or a white um, checkout point, or it could be the little device that is attached to a cell phone. It looks so sleek and it's white in color. That's the technology Square company, where people can easily use a credit card to make a payment on the go. It's a mobile type of payment company. It's a fintech company. So Square issued out their IPO in 2016, I believe, or late 2015. But in 2016, when I looked at a lot of things about the company. I see what they were doing, and I see the potential in Square company. I looked at the type uh, uh, of people that are running the company, and the CEO of Square. Just because I did my research, the CEO of Square happens to be also the CEO of Twitter, so he has a lot of experience in technology, and so I believe so much in him, and I believe in what they were doing. So when they issued this IPO, I felt like it's a good company to invest in. So in 2016, they actually issued their IPO, and I think it was around $14. But the first few months, the stock actually came down in value to around $9, and that's when I looked at it closely. It came down to like about $9 and some cents. So let's look at this scenario. Uh, it wasn't as if I invested $5,000, but I did invest more than 5,000. But let's use these numbers here as an example, and it's very simple slide here, just for you to understand the potential of investing and having patience over time. So Square at some point in 2016 came down to around $9, and the symbol for Square is SQ. You can check it out. I don't know, whatever exchange you use, you can type in Square. If it's E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, whatever exchange trading platform that you're using, this is the symbol SQ. So in 2016, it came down to around $9 a stock. And let's look at the scenarios. Let's say, for example, you decided to invest $5,000. You might have, I know a lot of people sometimes have money in your savings account just sitting there, a few thousands of dollars, just sitting there at tops. If you just leave it there, it's not going to yield you anything. But let's say you have roughly about some thousands of dollars, and you decided to just invest $5,000 in 2016 in this company called Square at the price of $9 a stock. So with $5,000 invested in 2016 at $9 a stock, you would have been able to buy or purchase 555 worth of stocks. So your $5,000 at $9 would have been you would have been able to buy 555 worth of stocks to be part of shareholder of this company. So with this 555, you're part of a shareholder, you're invested in Square. So this is what happened. So $5,000 investment was what you made in 2016, and your investment got you 555 stocks. So over time, 2 years into that, after you invested this in 2016, let's look at what this will be today. If you invested and you didn't touch this stock, you left it for 2 years, and see what you would have gotten with just $5,000 as of 2018. So at some point in time in 2018, 2 years after you invested 5,000, this Square, a stock of Square went up as high as $101 a stock. So it was trading here at $9 2 years ago. 2 years after, it went as high as $101 a stock. So in 2018, the $5,000 you invested would have yielded you, so you have to multiply 555 times 101. So your 5,000 invested in 2016 would have yielded you in 2018 a total amount of $56,111. That's huge. Can you imagine that in 2 years? If you left this $5,000 in a savings account, after 2 years, you probably have still have $5,010. That's even a lot. So in 2 years, you've made about over $50,000 profit, because if you take out the $5,000, your initial investment cost, you're still left with 51,111. So in 2 years, your $5,000 investment has turned into $56,101 in 2 years. Whew, that's huge. That's a great investment. I believe anybody looking at this will be like, wow, I wish I knew this. Well, I told a few of my friends, just like I'm doing this educational video, I do call a couple of my friends, folks that I know, and I share some of this knowledge with them. So at that point in time, when I was investing into Square, when it was $9, I told a couple of my friends and folks, it's a good stock to invest in. I hope some of them did invest, but $5,000 in 2 years turned into $56,000. Let's look at another company that I also called out in 2016. And some of my friends that I share this can always, be a witness to this, because they were there when I picked these stocks, and I shared with them that you can invest in these companies based on my own research. Another one in 2016 that I called out was Weight Watchers. If you're not familiar with Weight Watchers, it's a company that Oprah Winfrey is heavily invested in. She's the face of Weight Watchers, and her money is in this company. Weight Watchers is a healthy food company. They make frozen food, but it's more about healthy eating and healthy living. And most of the food are on the go. You can just microwave them. They come in different varieties, soups, food, and all that frozen stuff. So in 2016, Weight Watchers came as low as around about $9.62 in 2016 for one stock. So in 2016, if you invested $5,000, you would have been able to buy 519 stocks. All right, let's fast forward. So I think I must have made a mistake. What this is, Weight Watchers. I was gonna write Weight Watchers, but it's showing as Waters. So that's the right spelling. So fast forward to 2018, 2 years after investing $5,000 in Weight Watchers at $9.62 a stock. The $5,000 you invested at some point in time in 2018, Weight Watchers from $9.62 went as high as $105. So in 2018, 2 years after, your $5,000 would have yielded $56,000. Would have yielded $54,000, $495. So you see that $5,000 provided you or produced about $54,000, $495 in 2 years. That's huge investment and huge returns on your investment. You can never get this if you put your money in just a savings account or an IRA or something like that. Sometimes you just have to take some risk, do your own research, and have patience. It takes time. Look at Warren Buffett. A lot of the money, Warren Buffett is one of the greatest investors of all time. He's a billionaire. Most of his returns is over time. It just don't, Warren Buffett just don't put money in the company and the next day he sells. He, research a company, put money and invest in the company and leaves it there for a couple of years. Patience is key in the market. You have to be able to have a thick skin to go through the downtime when the market is in the bear mode. And when the market is in the bull mode, you need to know when to get in, you need to know when to get out. Warren Buffett said, you have to be greedy when others, are scared. And when others are, greedy, you need to know when to sell and get out and take your money and move. So I take that advice seriously and close to my heart. So let's take these two. We just looked at Square and Weight Watchers. These are two stocks company. I mean, these two great companies that you can invest in the stock market. And then let's use the same analogy. Let's apply that to XRP, which is a cryptocurrency. And just like I said, I'm an evangelist for cryptocurrency. I mean, most especially XRP. So let's look at another scenario. In 2017 was when I actually started, trying to understand some of the digital assets out there. I've been aware of Bitcoin for about 5-6 years, but I didn't really know much about it, and I wasn't really following it. But last year was when I, first, got a little bit closer to understanding digital asset as a whole, and I understood that there are so many altcoins out there. So XRP is one that I'm very, very invested in, and I do follow them religiously, and I understand the technology that XRP is working on and what they're trying to do, out there in terms of moving money cross-border to border and money remittance. So the use case is very, very, very applicable in the real world. So let's go into it. In 2017, XRP was trading around 0.0063 dollars. As of January 2017, I got to know about XRP, say around maybe July. But as of last year, January 2017, it was trading at this very cheap price, 0.0063. So if you had invested $1,000 in January of 2017 at this price, you would have been able to buy 158,730 XRP with $1,000 in 2017. So a year later, just 1 year, let's say 1 year after you put $1,000 in XRP at this price at 0.0063, your 1,000 investment in 2018, which is this year, at some point, January 2018, this same price, XRP that we saw at 0.0063, went as high as $3.32 for just one. So your $1,000 would have, yielded you over $500,000, which is you multiply the total number of XRP you bought at 1,158,730 times 332. And this would have been your, investment yield in just 1 year. You would have made $526,984, which is over $500,000 in 1 year. It's unbelievable. If someone tells me this, I would like, no, you're joking. But this is real. This happened last year to this year, because I knew when XRP went as high as over $3. So I was already invested in XRP late last year. I didn't get in as early as this. I wish I did. I would have sold when it went to $3 and I would have made over $500,000. But I got into XRP around 20 cents when it was 0.02425. That's when I got into XRP. And let's see what happened. This is 1 year investment. There's no difference in this. It's all about patience and timing. You have to invest and wait and let it rise, let it move. You have to have that patience. You can't just buy today and want to sell tomorrow. So let's look at another scenario. If you're just hearing or listening to my video for the first time, there is still opportunity in the crypto market. I'm telling you, do your research. You don't have to invest in XRP. There are other altcoins out there. There is more to cryptocurrency other than, more to it than Bitcoin or Ethereum. There are so many other ones out there. So let's look at this scenario now. As of today, which is November 12, 2018, XRP is now trading at 51 cents, 0.51 cent. I mean, that is 51 cents. So if you invest as of today, just today, if you're listening to me, if you invest $1,000, that's saying $1,000, you'll be able to get 1,960 XRP. You see the difference? Last year, we would have been able to get 158,730 with 1,000 investment. But today, you'll only be able to get 1960 XRP. So let's just assume next year is 2019 or 2020. I don't know what the price of XRP is going to be, but there has been so much speculation. I've heard people say $20. I've heard 50. I've heard 100, and I've even heard as high as 500 or 580, 89. As the variable guy 123 said, he said XRP is going to go as high as 589, based on his 589 rule. So, and that's why I didn't really put any price, range or target here. But if you invest $1,000 today in 2019, it's only trading now at 51 cents. And we know it has gone up as high as $3.32 before, right here. So in 2019, it could go as high as $3, $10, $50. But who knows? In 2019 or 2020, if you can have that patience for a year or 2 years, your $1,000 would definitely yield more than 1,000 in 1 to 2 years. So I'm not going to put any value here, but you do your own research and think about it. If it's worth investing $1,000 for a year or two to make profit, it's real, it's practical. This is it right here. 1 year investment at this price, you yielded $500,000. 1,000, you did that in the crypto market. And back to the stock market, the same thing happened. 5,000 in 2 years yielded $54,000. Same here, $5,000 in 2 years yielded $56,000. So guys, this conclusion of my slide today. But before I go, I just want you to understand, CoinMarketCap is right here. You can see the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. This is the XRP that I talk about all the time. This is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Stellar. Stellar is also another good company. Crypto digital asset is at 26 cents right now. EOS is also good, $5. So you do your own research and think, make up your mind and decide where you want to put your money in. Just like I said, I'm not an investment advisor. Do your own research before you invest your money. And that concludes it, guys. I hope this slide helps someone to make up their mind. And I hope it helps someone out there as well. It's always a good time to share some of the knowledge or, some of my experiences with you guys out there. So till tomorrow when I drop another video, stay blessed, stay humble, and keep educating yourself, and let's make money. XRP, that's my crypto. I love it. All right, guys, bye.